We're live. Wait. Camera's over there. Good grief. We moved the monitor closer to get our eye line better, and still there's an issue. Happy day. It's Thursday, right? Yeah, that's the one we're on right now. I'm over here adjusting lights as the countdown is ticking, and I'm just waiting on Christian Bale to come out and just start yelling at me. Woo! Just checking in live with everybody. How's everyone doing? How's the heat? Everyone's surviving okay? I wanted to come on and just have some silly camera talk and a little laugh, because after this week, who doesn't need that at all? Let's talk a little bit about the upcoming the upcoming Canon R3. One sentence about Sony, and we'll all be on our way, because your boy over here, it's not looking too good on camera. Let's go. Can we go full screen? Even though I don't want to show any more of me. But I might need to hop on the salad train a little bit. Not sure that's gonna start today, but your boy is getting the munchies, so let's hop on Canon R3 talk. Right now, my one prediction: it's the silliest thing in the universe. It's dumb. I know it is, but I'm gonna get to that in a second. But here's the thing: a lot of us are like looking at these cameras, thinking, "Hey, this is gonna be our content creation tool." Canon R3 is definitely not positioned that way on Canon's, and I don't believe it's gonna be that way. Let's hop on over here to our Chrome window. Let's see if we can get that with our main transition. The thing to know about the Canon R3 is just right here. This is positioned in between the Canon R5 and the 1D Mark III. Basically, this thing's going to be expensive. And you probably already know if you want this, if you're going to use this, if you're going to work with this. It is a action sports camera. I always like a faster shutter. Up to 30 per second, you're basically doing video in still mode. But let's see where we have $38.99 on the R5 and $6 or so on. I have B&H pulled up right here. It doesn't matter. It is positioned in between and costly. It is not going to be the next leap for adoption for YouTubers and content creators. However, I thought there would be more adoption for the R5 and R6. That didn't really happen with content creators. The A7S III just stole all that thunder from Sony, but maybe a little bit more exciting on the video side. Sony is. But we're here to talk about the Canon R3. I've only got one sentence about Sony today. This will be Canon's third attempt at their mirrorless cameras. Not the third mirrorless camera, but third attempt at doing mirrorless. So let me break it down. What do I mean by all that? When you have the EOS R first attempt, the RP is kind of thrown out the window, it's stripped down. It was not really much of an innovation. The R5 and R6 is. And this R3 is definitely going to be the third attempt. Third time, I believe, is going to be the charm. That's not a prediction, but I do think we won't see the overheating issues that we saw. Let me check over here on the microphone. I do think we're not going to see the R5's overheating problems. And did that ever really get fixed? This is like some firmware help, but I've also just kind of seen them say, we might just bring out a new version. So I don't believe it'll have that drama attached to it. And mainly that's on the video side. Again, everybody can make a good stills camera in their sleep at this point. Every manufacturer, phones are phones. That whole too clean digital look that phones have. But definitely all your SLR, DSLR, all of it, yeah, definitely not SLR. All your DSLR mirrorless manufacturers can make a good stills camera. So that's not even a thing to fret about. It's got that part covered, no question about that. God, I wrote this stuff down. I can't remember all these things before I make my one little prediction. Position. Yeah. Is that covering pretty much everything here live? So, what's the big freaking prediction? Basically, the return of eye control autofocus. We saw this right here. And by the way, check out DP review for them talking about this whole feature. Return of Canon's eye control feature. that to me, another transition, that is the thing I am curious about. It works maybe for 20% of users, sometimes last time. I am willing to roll the dice, and I will go on a limb and say I believe with the advancements in technology that feature your eye tracking feature, which sounds a lot like I'm talking about autofocus. No. Eye control focus, not autofocus in the lens, but eye control focus. I'm going out on a limb here. Will work about 55% of the time. My number keeps dropping. It was at 70%, but I'm saying it's going to work about 55% of the time for a feature you might use less than 10% of the time. We're making predictions. We're not saying there's predictions that anybody is asking for. We're not saying they're good predictions, but that's the prediction. Eye control focus will work less than 10% of the time. No. Eye control focus work 50% of the time. The less than 10% of the time that you actually use it. That's it. That's the prediction on Canon's side. That's right. Hit that like and subscribe button. Come to me for all the big info, right? Okay, so it is 1,000 degrees on here. Let's just wrap this thing up real quick. Got into a conversation over on the Twitter sphere. Actually, I want to maybe cut this part out, just do a quick video later, but it's only 1 sentence, so I don't really know if there's a point. I just needed a reason to roll the built-in news template that comes with Premiere Pro. So here it is, it's the Canon. Boy, we're really got a case of the lives today. So for an attempt to use the pre-built Premiere Pro news template, Sony A7iii talk has already said, thanks to old Sony camera alpha rumors. Sony alpha rumors. I was talking about, okay, but does it have a flip out screen? Just kind of joking. In Bilmo, I'm not calling Bilmo out or anything, but there was a comment about someone only gives it to video-centric cameras, the flippy out screen he's talking about. A7iii, it's going to be a hybrid like the predecessor. Again, what is this thing that only video people need a flippy out? I, as a still photo guy, want to use a flippy out. That is not a video-centric thing. When those Canons in the day had flippy outs, they were mainly, as I've been yelled at on the internet a lot, mainly stills cameras. And I'll still get yelled at about that today. The flippy out thing is great when you have these weird, crazy angles. Oh, man. Can we get visual aid? Flippy outs. The old, what was this? 650D to T4i. When dealing with the youngins chasing the youths, flippy outs come in great handy for that kind of thing. To get your weird, bizarro angles. Honestly, if I'm not doing crazy wild angles, just that whole rotating, tilting thing, it can be dealt with. Who wants that? Nobody wants that. We want flippies. And I just assuming, anytime I hear anybody talk about it, just assume you're going to use the camera to just point at yourself like this. That's not. It's more than one use. Flippy out's not a video-centric feature. But I go on to say, well, we'll all see. I was expecting to see this thing in 2022, and as a matter of fact, I do believe it's probably going to be more of a paper launch, meaning that even if it drops in 2021, it's going to be highly sought after, probably marked up to around 2,500, maybe below 30 megapixels. I don't think they're going to go much higher than that, but it will be more of a paper launch this year, just like the A7S III sort of was. It was very hard to find on launch last summer. This camera's will be even more popular than A7S III, and of course, this will be a major usage yeah, it'll be majorly used. It's going to be big for content creation all over the internet, all over YouTube, all over everything. So I don't expect to touch one until next year. So we shall see how that goes. One more final thing to check in on here, just a shout out. Apparently something's going on in Vegas right now for tech, which that's not the story. But the Tamron 35 to 150mm for full frame is on the way with a variable aperture, which generally drives me crazy, but when it's only 2.0 to 2.8, thinking I can live with that. Favorite lens for a wedding. Not the only way to shoot a wedding, but that does have a nice focal length. Kind of would like to see 200, but that'd be probably larger aperture on there, 200mm. But 150 is definitely nice. 150 is definitely doable, and I'm curious to see what the price is going to be. This could be nice if Tamron keeps it sub a grand. I'm guessing. Another prediction, it might not be sub a grand for that nice aperture. Sub 12. Say sub 1200, probably. But coming soon, more info is going to be out on that, so keep an eye on Sony Alpha Rumors or break that down. I will talk about it at some point after I hear other people talk about it, because I don't have a sample review copy coming this way. But hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, maybe we can get that sorted out in the future. All right. Got a video coming up about the Cam Link next week. We'll check back in with everybody. Then hit me up over on Yeager_shots at the Instagrams, YeagerShots over on Twitter. You already know to like, subscribe right here. It's been fun hanging out for a few minutes. What was that count? What was the count? Is it 13 or so minutes? Okay. Unlucky 13. We'll just take it to 14 or 15 just to have a more better number to work with math-wise or something. Alright, everybody. Have a weekend, and thanks for hanging out. Thanks for giving me a shot. And let's see if my F12 button finally works. It does! Wow!